y'all can hear me all right with this new audio that I have, but I'm going to show you guys how I do my not necessarily everyday wash and go, but this is what I do when I typically do my washing using my favorite products, which is the Shea Moisture coconut and hibiscus um, system. So I use the curl enhancing smoothie. I use the Frizz free curl mousse with silk protein and neem oil. And I also use the coconut and hibiscus flaxseed define and shine styling gel. I really do love these products for my low porosity hair because it's easy for my low porosity hair to become very moisturized. So first what I like to do is I'm going to use this is a heritage store rose water and glycerin, but I have water in this. So I'm just going to spray my hair down really, really good. And because I do have low porosity hair, it's very, I don't want to say difficult, but it takes time for my hair to absorb water. So I have to make sure that I coat my hair very, very well. I'm just going to use my hands to smooth that water in. Now, this I slept on and I did not wear a bonnet. I also want to point out that I don't do my hair with a full face of makeup on. So I'm not going to start now. And if I need more water, I'll just spray. I do get very dry in the crown of my head. I don't know if I said it. I like to use my hands first before I use my wide tooth comb. Okay, once I feel like my hair is very saturated, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Conair wide tooth comb and I'm gonna section my hair off into 4 sections. I don't have my mirror in front of me, so I am gonna use my viewfinder. And I just like to feel for where my hair is split down the middle. So I'm just using these alligator clips to section off my hair. So I'm just gonna go right in the center. And this doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to section your hair off and for easy sections to work with. And I didn't tell you guys, but I did rinse out my deep conditioner last night when I was in the shower. So my hair is already washed, conditioned, and deep conditioned. I don't know why, but I always like to work on the left side. So I'm going to take the back out. And I just like to go in with a little bit more water just to make sure that, again, my hair is very saturated. I'm just going to rake through my curls. And because our hair is so fragile when it's wet, you want to make sure that you take your time with this. Be very easy. Try not to move too fast. I know sometimes, like when we're in a rush or, we're just trying to get it done, but try to be as very careful as possible. The first thing I'm going to go in with is the curl enhancing smoothie. And I like this because it's very thick, but it's also very moisturizing. Take a good amount. I'm very heavy handed when it comes to my products. I've always been like that ever since I was a natural. But this is about how much I take. And I start at the ends first, since my ends are the oldest. And that's where I want to get the most moisture. And again, I'm just raking through my hair, being really easy. And I work my way up to the root. And it's okay if you shed a little bit when you're doing this. Our hair is supposed to shed. It's always funny to me when people are like, my hair sheds so much. It's supposed to. That's how we get the new hair to come in. And I just work this in really, really good too. I'm going to take that wide tooth comb and from my ends all the way up to my root, I'm just going to further detangle. Sometimes I do go from the root just to pull it down to make it easier to comb through. But what I'm not doing is I'm not pulling it all the way through. That you don't want to do. But if it works for you, do that. But we just don't want to cause any more breakage, is all. And I'll just add a little bit more on my fingers like that and just rub my fingers together and put more on my ends. And then once that section is done, I'll just twirl it like that and use my alligator clip and put it away and just repeat. And once I'm done with the curl enhancing smoothie, I'll put that to the side. But I just want to tell you guys, I really love this curl enhancing smoothie. My hair feels so hydrated. I think I use moisturized and hydrated in the wrong context sometimes, but just go with me. But I love this because this does not feel like it's sitting on top of my hair, because with low porosity hair, because our cuticle isn't open, products tend to not absorb properly. But using this, I feel like my hair is actually absorbing it. Okay, so done with this. Now I'm going to use the Frizz Free Curl Mousse. And again, I'm just going to work by sections. So starting on my left side, you're right, I think. But I'm just going to take that down and unravel. And I'm going to do 2 to 4 pumps. Sometimes I do 2, sometimes I do 3, sometimes I do 4. So, and this stuff, as you can see, is very runny. So I'm just going to put that all over the section and then put it back up. You really honestly don't need a lot of this. You don't. And I also find that this mousse is not it doesn't make my hair crunchy, which I don't like. I personally do not like crunchy curls. To me, it's just, it's not necessary. I like having pillow soft curls, if you will. I like being able to touch my hair and my hair be soft. Last thing I'm going to use is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus and plus Flaxseed. Their Define and Shine Styling Gel. This also has silk protein and neem in it as well, just like the mousse. And this I use a lot of. This is how I get my definition in my curls. If you want to know what my curls are for reference, or I'm sorry, my curl pattern for reference, it'll be leave down in the description box with all the products mentioned. But I don't know if anybody else is like this, like I am, but I like to wipe off the product from the little seal. The reason why I love working in sections so much is because it's just a lot easier for me. But here's how much is on my hands. I'm just gonna rake it through my hair, and you'll see my curls come through as I'm putting this in. Sometimes I also like to mash it in between my hands. See? I just took a little bit more. And I like to make sure that I get at the very top because that's where I get the most frizz, I find, from my hair. And I just work it all the way through. Again, I use a lot of this, a lot. I just love to make sure that if I'm wearing my wash and go for more than 3 to 5 days, I like to make sure that I have enough product in so I can refresh it. If you guys want to see a refreshing video of my curls, just let me know down in the comments. But here are my curls. And I'm just going to clip it away so I can work on this side. So you can already tell that my hair is somewhat defined already, but this gel just enhances it even more, which I like. I like a lot of definition. I like for my curls to shine through. So here's much how I use. And I just work it in, just like previous. And I take my time with this. I don't rush through it. Again, I'm just going to mash it in between my hands and focus at the ends of my hair with whatever product is left on my hand. And back to my curl pattern, I really don't believe in that. Um, I believe more so in your porosity level. So I feel like if you know your porosity level, you'll know what products you should use. If you guys want me to do a separate video talking about low porosity and what products I use, and you want to see if it'll work in your hair, just let me know down in the comments. And I love using this because it has a very nice hold as well. So you can see my curls, nice, defined. Now, once each section is fully coated, I take it down. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna need my mirror for this. Hang on. Now that I have my mirror and I can actually see what I'm doing instead of looking at the viewfinder and not looking at y'all, but obviously I can't look at y'all if I'm doing my hair. Anyway, okay, so here's my hair. It's okay if you see a little bit of product on the hair because again, it's gonna absorb. But what I like to do is I just like to go through, make sure I'm further detangled and my curls are what I want them to be. And sometimes I even shake and just like fluff like this. Shrinkage is real, y'all, just so y'all know. If you are new to the natural hair game, shrinkage is real. You won't know your actual length until you blow out your hair. But I'm just going to take a little bit more of the gel and just coat my hair more. And I'm going to show you guys also how I style my wash and go. But like I was telling y'all earlier, I just like to make sure that this is heavily coated so that way it'll last longer for me. So all I would have to do is just tie it up at night, either wear a bonnet or a scarf. And yes, it's going to be flat, but I don't mind that because the way that I fluff my hair is I just use water. I haven't found a leave-in that I really like yet. The leave-in that I was using was the Uncle Funky's Daughter leave-in, but one, I don't like the way that that smells anymore, and two, it's a no for me. And again, I just shake, but you can see the definition in my hair. That's my favorite system that I like to use is the Shea Moisture coconut and hibiscus. A1, A1 for low porosity hair. And if you're new to the natural hair game, don't panic if you have hair all over the place. It comes with the territory. All right, so how I like to style my hair is I like to do a high puff. My puff isn't as big as I would like to be because I did just recently trim my ends or kind of gave myself a little mini haircut. I'm basically just trying to regrow my hair out. I'm going to use this tiny little brush that I got from the beauty supply store. And I'm just going to brush my hairline down. I really don't have baby hairs. My hairline is my baby hairs, but I don't do these over exaggerated edges. Like, no, no. The edge control that I'm using is the Edge Fixer, and my favorite is Apple. I'm almost out of this one. I do need to get more, even though I have another jar already in my closet, but I like to stay stocked on that edge control. And I'm going to do a favorites video for you guys to show you like what products I've been loving. I've been thinking about doing a favorites for all the products that I've been using that I really, 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 really like. And I can show you my other, I'm going to show you my other go-to edge control that I like to use. But I just take this and just put it all over. Sometimes I even pull like my sides out. I like that look. But most of the time, um, I wear it how I'm getting ready to show you. Again, my sides aren't long enough. Like my hair is pretty short. But again, I don't mind it. I'd rather have healthy scalp, healthy hair over long hair. Just, I've always been like that ever since I've been natural. And I'm just gonna use my edge brush just to put that product, make sure that product is like really in my hair. I'm just gonna use this band that I get from the beauty supply store and just wrap it around my neck twice. Put it behind my ears. Make sure everything is nice and clean, meaning no hairs coming out. And just slide it. And then I'm gonna take the edge brush again and just kind of do like a little swoop, if you will. And I have a widow's peak, so my edges, my edges can't be crazy. That's it, guys. That is my hair. That is how I do my everyday summer. I guess that's what I'll name this. But that is how I do my everyday summer wash and go. This will last me about a full week, a full 7 days. And then I'll do my wash day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, go ahead. Don't forget to finesse that subscribe button for me. Make sure you give it a like so that way I know that you want more videos like this. And I can do or I can use different products to see how um, the products work on my low porosity hair. So that way you don't have to do it if you are my hair twin. Don't forget to give it a share, and I will see you in my next one. Do say.